Hi, and welcome to Catherine's Low Income Prepping 143. Anyhow, this is my second attempt. Uh, so here we go. This is going to be about the contest, what Trump's doing at the border, some other little things, and also about um, how we started prepping and how we started prepping food since we moved into this apartment. Okay? So here we go. I'm sorry, my face is itching. My hair keeps blowing around today. So anyhow, um, Trump, he sent troops to the border. What do you know? I don't have a problem with people coming into our country as long as they come in our country legally and do it the right way. As I said before, I don't really have many prejudices against anyone. So, you know, I mean, I live by live and let live. Be good to people, try to get along, you know. But I also believe in protecting yourself and not letting people hurt you. So whether or not it's a person that you just meet out there or whatever, you have a right to exist. If you're born in this world, you have a right to exist. It doesn't matter if you're handicapped, if you're a super athlete, if you're president of the United States, like Donald Trump, uh, who I actually like, even though some people would wonder why I like him. I like him because he's going to be a strong president. I didn't like everything Biden did, and that was for sure. Especially Kamala. I thought she was pathetic as a vice president. But uh, Biden did a few good things. Um, Now, let's see what Trump's going to do. But it's good that he sent the troops to the border, and hopefully they'll cut down on the illegal entries. And I see they're picking people up that have criminal histories. They're raiding people and they're picking them up and sending them on the troops. I thought they personally should be put on a troop transport and sent back to whatever country they come from. And these countries that don't want to take their people, I say, just land and shove them off. And if somebody tries to give us a problem, you know, maybe we ought to persuade them a little bit. They're their people. Their people should go back to their country, especially the criminals. The criminals they let out and tell them, hey, go to America. I mean, come on. If you're a hardworking person and you're an honest person and you don't commit crimes all the time, how about you come through the gates and you ask for asylum and you get your green card and you become an American? Go to class, get the American, be sworn in as an American. I know they do that because I've watched it on the internet. So come on, guys. Let's be legal immigrants if you're coming in here. Now, of course, I was born here in the United States um, by family that was people that lived here in the United States. All right, well, it's 3 minutes in, and let's move on to a couple other things. I also want to talk about the fact, I'm doing this contest. If you please send me in the comments or in my email, um, in the comment, you can just post it on this video or on the next video. Well, I would do it now because I'm going to do the drawing on the 30th. And whoever gives me their name and the number closest to the number or picks the number, I'm going to give you this. It's a Indian head nickel. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. It's still in the plastic. It's gold plated. See, there's the buffalo on the other side. It's a Buffalo nickel, they call them. So it's gold plated. It's a real Buffalo nickel, and it's got gold plating on it. It's just something I want to do for people who do watch me and my subscribers. As I get more and more subscribers, I'll upgrade the contests and I'll do bigger contests. Anyhow, We moved in here about 5 years ago, and we had a van, and what we owned was in the van, and I think we had about 2 weeks worth of food because we couldn't carry a lot. But anyhow, we started, we only had about $70 left to our name after paying the deposit, turning on the electricity, paying the first month's rent here. And so now, what we started doing to prep is we started by buying, like at Walmart, the Dollar Tree, the dollar store. We started buying cheap cans of food, whatever the cheap brands were. Some of them were good brands, but most of the time it was cheap brands, like Great Value, um, the store brand at Ingles, because we have an Ingles here in the town we live in. And I would buy food that we needed, and then with a little bit extra, I would add like a week's worth of food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I started doing this. And by the end of the first year, we actually had a year and a half's worth of canned goods. And we actually had about, I would say, a month and a half's worth of water. Plus, we got buckets, and there's water that flows off of our porch roof. It comes down in a big deluge into the flower bed there. And what I plan on doing is rigging up a catch thing there that will funnel it in 5 gallons. So when it rains, even in a survival situation, let's say our water gets shut off, we've got water for a while and I can catch it. We have 3 water filters besides one of those pitchers that sits on the counter, and we purify our water. And of course, we got water purification pills and other things. And we got bleach. We got regular bleach, so we can use a little bit of bleach to purify the water. So once these other containers, we've got 1 gallon, we've got water drinking bottles, we've got some 3.5 gallon, 3 gallon, 4 gallon, and 5 gallon jugs. And we even have a few 7 gallon jugs, but I'm realizing those are a little hard to move when I move them to clean them and refill them. You need water, people. Remember, 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. So we pretty much got the food thing covered. And I started by buying this cheap stuff. And as I was going, I started by like with corn. We have a lot of corn. That's not only vegetable, but it's a grain, if you think about it. And you can do a lot with corn. You could dry it, and you could pound it up, and you can make flour out of it. So that's good. And I got a little coffee grinder, so if I could just find coffee beans, I can grind them up because we like our coffee. And we got tea, and we got hot chocolate, and we've got other things to drink. We got Tang, we got for vitamin C and for something to drink, and we got some sodas, and we got other things. We got some flavored waters. So you can build up a good supply. So we probably got over 2.5 months worth of stuff. But just regular water, probably a month and a half. Now, we probably got a year and a half's worth of canned goods. And we're approaching probably a month and a half full of freeze-dried food in like those camping packages you can buy in the camping section. And also some number 10 cans, which ultimately I want to drop back on the canned goods, from the store. And I want to substitute in the freeze-dried number 10 cans and some more of the camping packages because I'd like to have 3 months of those. And I would like to have, 9 months worth of the number 10 cans, the freeze-dried ones, like Augustin Farms, some at Thrive, some of the other ones. And and then I can maybe buy better quality canned goods for our rotating. And we eat those. We buy them, I put the new ones in the back, and I pull a couple of them out of the front, and we eat those during a month, So anyhow, just thought I would mention that. If you want to start small, buy a week's worth of food. Buy your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whatever. My suggestion is canned goods. You can get canned chicken, canned tuna fish, canned potted meat. You can get beef. You can get ham in a can. like Spam and other cans. You can get actual ham in a can, you know. Oh, excuse me. I just, they say when you go through those shakes that someone's walking over your grave. Well, I think mine's on a freeway. So let's hope not. Anyhow, um, just some suggestions, start small, maybe get a month's worth of canned foods and put up 30 pounds of rice, 30 pounds of spaghetti noodles, 30 pounds of pasta. You can buy pasta, spaghetti noodles, spread that out. Get 30 pounds of of these different things. You want 30 pounds of beans. You want a bunch of soup things. You can buy dehydrated soup in the store in a Mylar package. There are several companies that make soup that you can buy that way. And, they have a date on them, but that's just the best buy date. I bet you those are just as good as those camping packages, and they're much cheaper, you know. And it's like we keep about 30 days worth of mashed potatoes. We keep 30 days worth of those rice type meals. We got 30 days of actually 2 weeks worth of those saffron ones that rice that come in the packages. And I always freeze everything that's not freeze dried or vacuum packed when I buy it. I freeze everything in the freezer for 3 days. If you freeze your food for 3 days, then you'll kill anything that's in it. And because it's in a vacuum packed bag, it should kill anything anyhow. And of course, we have a vacuum packer back there. I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it right now. It's kind of underneath something over there. Oh, there it is. Let me get back. It's over. Let me move this computer. It's hard for me to tell which way. There we go. See, it's sitting on top of the pet thing. But anyhow, bags cost money. I haven't been doing much of that. One of the things I intend to do is I intend to set up some macaroni with salt and pepper, and I intend to vacuum seal it. And so maybe I can make some of my own freeze-dried meals. That's the goal this year. It's 2025, people. Uh, you know, uh, there's lots of different things going on. And of course, we're saving. We save some cash. We buy different products we're going to use. We got about a year and a half's worth of things that we can use in the house. Besides that, we have toilet paper, paper towels, extra toothpaste. We have extra personal products and stuff. It's good to put it all away, but we also we buy silver, and I buy coins because I like coin collect, but the coins are really, I have no problem if silver ever went up real high to sell it and to move on with my life and get the property. Our ultimate goal at the end of this prepping thing is to buy a piece of property and either a cabin in the woods, and then we can have a small garden on the property and a few, like chickens, rabbits, goats, maybe. I like to keep it small because, 67, I'm not going to be chasing, I'm not going to be butchering a cow. You know, uh, maybe some pigs too. But, while we can still afford to buy food, I'd like to put up a storage of that 2 years. But I want it in light stuff, a year maybe in cans and a year in light stuff. But we want to get a piece of property or a farm. A farm would be good. We'd like to find somebody. And I'm even open to renting a place as long as we can get a long-term lease with somebody. So they can't back out on us after after a year. We'd like to have 5-year lease. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I was thinking I'd be willing to move at the end of that time if the agreement is they let us know ahead of time so we could find another place to move to. I think that's fair. Landlords seem to have the ultimate power over everyone, but I don't see why you can't ask for a contract with a landlord, especially if they're giving you a good deal and they're good landlords and they're giving you a good deal on the property you're renting. So, It'd be good money for them because they even, you know, they're about retirement age. They'll have an income coming in for a while, you know. And so that's one of the ideas that I'm coming up with. I don't know. Originally, our idea was to save up enough money, like about $20,000, and buy a trailer, a used trailer for about $2,000 or $3,000. And I'm fixing the truck up so we can use it for camping and for like a portable. It's going to have a generator in it. It's going to have a water tank in it. It's going to have um, solar panels up on the roof. It's going to be kind of like a little survival vehicle. I intend to put a push bar on the front of it and a winch. And that way we can pull the trailer and stuff. And that way when we buy property, if we buy property that doesn't have a building on it that we can fix up and live in, we can park the trailer there, put a little deck in front of it, build a little thing over the top of it, and slowly build ourselves a cabin on the property or a house. I'm willing to do that. And if it takes 5 years to do it, it takes 5 years to do it. And of course, I'm going to be 70s by then. So, but other than my heart a little bit and my being overweight, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, my back hurts because of my injuries and my shoulder blade. And yeah, that's always a problem. But, you know, and I know I can probably live here in this apartment building cheaper. And I really appreciate the fact that the government provides things like this. And it's one of the things I like about our government over like Russia or stuff. You see these old people in Russia living in cottages or houses that are falling apart and they don't have enough food and they get packages like from Israel that sends, because they're Jewish. I know that's what it is. Or from the Catholic communities, they send food there. You know, Russians used to be big on being Catholic. So they get food from those places. But you feel sorry for these people, and you got to think about what are you going to do when you get older? I mean, it's not just about saving money or becoming rich. Not everyone can be rich. You got to have poor people to have rich people. So, you know, you have to look at life that way. I don't know if anyone understands why I'm talking about this, and hopefully you figure it out. Because I got a feeling in 9 years, according to what everyone's saying, it's going to be 7 to 9 years. Social Security is going to go away. So being retired, SSI, you know, for Tammy, we're going to possibly not be able to get as much money as we have now, which is great. They'll lower our rent because of the housing. That's how it does it. But I would rather have a place to live, you know, and have a way to make money. It's one of the reasons I do these videos. When I get enough people, they'll monetize me. Supposedly, you get, you know, 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 hours of videos, and they'll monetize you, and you'll get like ad revenue and stuff like that. Well, maybe one day, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. But hopefully, we get to that point. So if you know people that might like my videos, please tell them. Hopefully I can get enough people to get that one day for me and Tammy. And we can get our piece of property. I mean, I don't go out and buy Maseratis or anything like that. I don't have the money for that. We got a old truck, you know, 2006. It's almost 20 years now. Next year, it's going to be 20 years old. And the good thing is they had redone some stuff on the engine before we got it and the transmission and stuff. So it's been 3.5 years and it's going good, you know. So far, I've just had some minor stuff I've had to fix. Less than I have on any other vehicle other than like a couple motorcycles I owned when I was younger. And I did my own work on my motorcycles, so because I'm very mechanical. So that comes out good. And that's the other thing I miss. There's a lot of things I would do on this truck if I had a garage or a carport with a cement floor and a private place to work on my vehicle. You know, we could do good. And that's one of the things I want to do when we get a place You know, I want to get some type of cover over the trailer, and I want to get some type of cover so we can put the truck on it and, you know, build some type of little cabin, you know. Um, Even if we had to use an outhouse, that would be fine. But that's one of our goals with our life. Um, Anyhow, I hope you're all doing good. Please like and subscribe. Remember, comment, leave a number, or write me at catdog6949 at gmail.com. That's catdogs6949 at gmail.com. All right, y'all take care. Bye.